Hi, in September 2021, I published my first book. Um, it is called Stories, Musings, and Advice from a Funeral Director. So the book is really funny because there are a lot of funny things that happen around death, but more importantly, my book gives you some advice that everybody needs but nobody wants to talk about. Because when someone in your family dies, it just everything just goes crazy. That's how everything is when someone dies. And because you're shocked, or if you're not shocked and you're in the hospital, it's a little more controlled because you maybe were expecting it. But no one knows what to do. I would get phone calls every single day of somebody saying to me, I don't know what to do. And so as a funeral director, we make an appointment with the family and have them come in and sit down with them and proceed to figure out what their ideal arrangement would be. There are some problems with this because not everybody lives super close like they used to. We are scattered across countries now. And so when Aunt Delilah, when she passes away, and her husband's already dead, and she only has one son, but she's been living with her sister, and her son is living in India, that's a problem because she didn't sign her sister up as her power of attorney, so we have to get in touch with her son. And so we get a lot of things signed via email, fax, so that it complicates things. Now, if you have a pre-need is a plan. It's a plan that you make yourself, that what you want your disposal to be. Do you want a funeral? Do you want to be cremated? And it's your choice. And you can choose to pay for it, monthly payments, until you get it paid for. Or some people come in and they pay for it all at once, but it guarantees you that there'll be no fighting in your family, and there'll be no questions as to what's going to happen. So there are two types of pre-needs. There's a prepaid pre-need, which usually involves insurance, or sometimes it will involve a funeral home acting as a sponsor for, say, a funeral director association that is selling a pre-need, and the funeral homes are there to do all the paperwork for them. But the money doesn't go to the funeral homes. It goes to whatever association is connected to the trust. And that's a good thing, because you never want to buy a pre-need from a funeral home that, because if the funeral home goes out of business, you lose your money, because they don't have the proper network to set up a trust fund. There's also the type of pre-need. Sometimes people don't want to pay for it up front because that's not going to be a problem. They have enough money in their estate. They just need to sign all the paperwork, or they need to appoint somebody, their power of attorney, which does cease upon death. So if you're going to give someone the power of attorney while you're alive, they need to be the executor after you die, so that they still have the power to act in your best interest. So can you just come into a funeral home and say you're the executor? No, you can't. We need paperwork. You're going to have to produce paperwork that says you are the executor, and it has to be legal paperwork. It can't be you just writing something down. And believe me, it has happened. So, like at funeral homes, like, we've seen everything. So another type of pre-need that you can do and does involve, like, life insurance, or And after someone passes, then the insurance company gets back to the funeral home. We have to produce a copy of the death certificate, and then they will pay out. So it's very important that you think about these things. It's very hard to talk about them, but it's important because I promise you, when someone that you love dies, it's the last thing you're going to want to think about. So read my book. You can order it at l-payne.com. It's also available on Amazon in Kindle form, and it's available in ebook on Barnes and Noble. And so there's my dog. And so I encourage you to read the book, because there are things that you need to know in the book, and it will make you laugh, and all in all, you'll just be better off. Thank you.